Thank you for being here. You know, we have some, you got the book, right?
Oh yeah, I do have copies of my book for sale. Usually 12, I'll sell for 10.
Nice. Blood Orange discount. Okay. So, and then are we set up anywhere specific, or should we just come try to talk to you? Or
you come talk to me because
okay.
my friend has them.
Okay, your friend has them over there, but definitely come and talk to him. That way you could autograph one. You know, I don't know if you charge extra for that or not. No, okay. Okay, cool. All right. So, you know, yeah, Michael Torres is a very, very, you know, on the rise spoken word artist here locally, and you know, we have the opportunity to have him here as one of our spoken word guests of honor today. So, you know, please, you know, buy his book if you can, and if you can't, you know, just you know, listen extra carefully to his poetry, because then that way you could remember it. No, I'm just kidding. No. Okay, so cool, yeah, so Mike, go ahead and take it away. It's all yours.
Thank you, Hector, for having me out.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
A lot of energy in this room. So I have 4 poems. Only one of them is actually my mother related. But hopefully the other 3 I will successfully, loosely connect them to motherhood. So here we go. The first one. Okay. The first one is called, it's out of my book. I'll read it out of my book. It's called Today Was Lost, and it's about appreciation, and you should appreciate your mother. So there we go. Today was lost. Not on some battlefield where soldiers fall like glasses of wine soaking red into the earth, but lost over an argument about nothing with the woman you love. Today slipped under our heels and was lost, planning a trip to the beach that was never taken. Today was lost in between an empty building and an overcrowded school, as everyone walked by, shadows crossing without interruption, as the sun drowned our eyes. Today was lost, and the worst part is, no one even noticed. Yeah. This one I wrote for my niece, and one day she'll grow up to be a woman, and then a mother maybe. And it's funny because my mom picked, went to her recital today over coming here, but it's okay. So, the title is Before You Run Off, but it might be working. Anyway, it's for my niece Audrey. Beautiful baby, wild child, hair like the summer wind, eyes a bottomless brown, how could we not be related? Before you run off again, those little legs across the green grass of your childhood and into the rest of your life, there are some things I want you to know. 1, many people will break your heart. This is a promise that no one will want to tell you, and because of this, 2, believe in yourself at all times, and don't stop wearing rain boots in September. So 3, keep your eyes open. 4, pay attention. The little boy that hits you in 1st grade likes you. The man that hits you after the first date is still a little boy. And because of this, 5, learn to multitask. You will need to take in the lessons just as fast as life moves along. 6, the world is not in the palm of your hands, it is in your eyes. That is why they are earth brown. I can see the world in their reflection. Run, baby, take it. It is yours. 7, you will never be more than what you allow yourself to be. Before you go, 8, I love you. Yeah. This one is actually the one about my mom. I wrote it today, inspired by the Poesía Peligrosa last night. The women were fantastic. So inspired this poem about my mom. It's called Bonnie in the Kitchen. Out early from work, I get home and my mom is washing the dishes from the morning. I catch her moving slowly like a single leaf at the end of a branch, in tune with the oldies coming from the radio. I have heard this song before, many times as a child, but now it's different. She's moving to Mama Said by the Shirelles. I close the door, walk through, taking light steps, trying not to interrupt the memory that has wrapped her into another her, a her in younger clothing, at another time in life maybe, where she's not mom yet, not Ama, not even Benita, but Bonnie. I imagine what she looks like, young and smiling, the wrinkles around her eyes not having arrived yet, wrinkles that would later gather and set in like tiny lifelines brought on from the laughter of children and grandchildren. I imagine her with her beehive and white blouse like the one in her senior picture. Maybe she's at one of those sock hops she's told me about where guys still ask girls to go steady. But as I make my way through the kitchen, my mom, like most moms, lets the memory slip like a sheet of paper she knows she can pick up later. The memory floating away from the voice of the Shirelles on the radio, she turns and says, "Oh, how was work?" I say slow, I got out early. She asks me if I'm hungry, I tell her no thank you. Not wanting to bring her too far out, I pick up an apple, show her, take a bite, then walk on. I want her to have this moment this morning, for all the mornings she's left on the front door of her dreams, for everyone else and anything we ever needed, from a sandwich to a sit-down talk. I want her to have this moment back because she has always been mom and will always be mom, but sometimes, in between a 24/7 work shift, she likes to move to the tune of something other than our request, to remember herself the way we all like to. I look back at her, just as she picks up, just about where she left off, smiling, moving to the melody as the song continues. This last one, like Hector mentioned earlier, I think it is important for to appreciate people, for a man to know himself and to understand himself and people in general. So this one's actually about me and my life and my family and my culture and things like that. It's called Medias Res, which is Latin for in the middle of, for the story starts, so that's on the background. So here goes. My life hits the ground running at 9 years old. Anything prior is bubblegum pops of images I didn't expect to remember. I'm missing the beginning to the story I wish I grew up with. Of tias that knew they'd never meet me before they died. Of roads that led to places gone dark before I can reach them. Ranchos swallowed up in the jazz and hip-hop drum beat crashings of my life like a wave pulling me back into reality. I can only imagine who I am and where I come from. The story always starts medias res. Miles Davis trumpet pumping to crack the sound barrier of what the white woman asking with eyes zooming in on my dark face. You speak English? Yes, I say, but can I get the paisa to believe me que soy mexicano, despite the Spanish words that stutter stumble down the road of tongue out of mouth like a drunk about to make it to the door, hiccup, fall, face first floor. I don't want to imagine what whitewash looks like anymore. It smells like bleach and sunlight. Somewhere in my house there's a VHS tape of a little kid's birthday, a kid in a green striped shirt. Sounds like I did, but he speaks Spanish, can he be me? Nowadays, my father gives me pity shaped into description of women walking with shawls across shoulders, covering heads down those same roads I can't reach. Their Spanish words wandering from their mouths into stories I have only heard about. And so I close my eyes as he speaks to gather the words in the hands of my mind, frantic to lose more than I already have. I tighten my lids and they wrinkle as if I were an old man, just so I can sketch hillsides, mountaintops, and towns I can't pronounce the names of into a memory that only allows short term. Not even my mind believes me. I must look so sad to my father, poor lost poet trying to be a man, trying to become comfortable with sensitivity and a flicker of success. Poet found poor in the middle of lost. I have fallen asleep in a room where my father's words have spilled over the counter, and now syllables dripping over the edge, splashing the floor. I cannot do a damn thing. If I do not matter, then why do I still care? In the long road of it all, I hope all regrets, things I shouldn't have said, things I meant to say, wash themselves away, all mistakes forgiven or forgotten, all goals accomplished, attempted, or at the very least considered, and my life to swing around full circle. Then maybe I can catch up to find the pieces to my beginning so I can put it all together and open my eyes before I no longer can. Thank you.